Hello, I'm your host, Elder David Glover, CEO and founder of Majestic Productions. My mission statement is helping people help themselves to reach their potential. Every man and woman and child on the planet has potential. We all have a purpose and we all have a God ordained destiny, but it's up to us to fulfill it, walk in it, and pursue it. And I've been addressing different issues, men, women, children, because see, the enemies come against the family structure to try to destroy it, to try to degrade it, and put it down. But God's ordained it to where the men have the moral compass in the house with the wife. He establishes things as they are to be. It's not the wife's responsibility, it's the man. And a man does that in a relationship that leads to marriage. He lets a woman know what will be, how things are going to be in a godly fashion because he is responsible to establish it so that way things work on an even keel. And the law of attraction attracts like-minded people together. They both like the same things, same activities. They both might like concerts. They both enjoy dancing. They both enjoy different types of food. But they're compatible no matter how powerful you are in God. If you're not compatible with the woman that you're going to marry, it is a waste of time because she doesn't relate to you, you don't relate to her. And men, it's so important to speak intimately to your wife, to speak intimately to the woman that you're going to marry. You let her know how beautiful she is. Let her know how gorgeous she is. Let her know if you was thinking about her intimately, fantasizing. You let her know. That builds her womanhood. That enhances her for the woman she is to be. Then she begins to think of you and what she wants to do to you, for you, because that builds her as a woman is to be. More men speak intimately and respectfully to their mates. The mate and them will have a wonderful life. Sure, there's different challenges that take place, but they come together in agreement. Then, like the song goes, I only have eyes for you. That's true. You want her. She wants you. And you deal with your children according to the temperament they have. You find the temperament, you address that. All the children aren't alike. There are differences, and you got to deal with that. And pastors, don't you dare tell your old son you're going to be the pastor or your daughter, she's going to be the pastor. No. You seek God to find out what area of ministry he's called them to. And if you're really aware, you'll notice what they're led to do, what they do good, that's where the anointing's at upon them. It may be out of the area of ministry, but it will be ministry one way or another to the human race. So you seek God on what you call your children to be. He will give you insight and he'll deal with them and they'll be smooth. There'll be a flow at it. But it's not what you think. It's what God has ordained for them to be. And now, the theme of this message today is exterminate all waste. Get it out. Exterminate. To get rid of complexity by killing off. Extirpate, eradicate, abolish, annihilate. All. To be the matter with trouble. To be unwell. Now waste. The part resembling the human waist, especially in narrowness or central position of a ship. It's vital to all of us that we eliminate all waste material in our mindset, lives, relationships. If we are going to think on a higher conscious level, never give up our dreams and become all that God's ordained us to be from the foundation of the earth. We must believe in ourselves, love ourselves, honor ourselves, respect ourselves, and live our lives to the fullest. You must believe you are a person of value, dignity, honor, and begin to love yourself. Never doubt yourself and think you're not worth it. See, that's what so many people do. Low self-esteem, don't feel good about themselves. They degrade themselves, put themselves down, and they don't achieve any destiny because they don't believe in themselves and love themselves enough to pursue it. You are who you are, and you can do all things through Christ who loves you. Philippians 4:13. We all must begin to re-educate our mindset with the Bible and self-improvement books. They help you so you don't have a low self-esteem. They help you to re-educate your mind, think on a higher conscious level, to know you're capable of doing anything you put your mind to. They give you a more positive self-image. The Bible helps your spirit man and teaches you how to obey, honor, love, and serve God. Now remember, if people don't understand you, it's none of their spiritual business. Also, if you can't take people up with you, for God's sake, don't let them take you down. Begin to love unconditionally your family and people you interact with, Deuteronomy 6:14. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. You see, when you respond to people with God's love, you are a blessing to mankind, even if some can't receive it. You're giving as he would have you to give. It's their fault if they don't receive it, because it's not blessing them because they didn't accept it. Never doubt yourself and think that you're hopeless. Always see yourself as a vessel of honor, meet for the master's use. Always pursue your greatness and manifest your God-ordained destiny. Remember, you're the master of your game plan. Always remain optimistic. Become the champion, pioneer, trendsetter, leader, risk-taker that God put you on this planet to be. Love the life you live the life you love. You see, viewing audience, you are creating your own universe by how you begin to look at life and what you do. So you create your own universe by interacting with like-minded people. The law of attraction sends in your life. You see, the law of attraction will attract like-minded people to you for you and to help you. Your part is to receive what they have to offer and do something with it. I hear from many people, man, I watch your broadcast. It's a blessing. It's a good broadcast. I tell them, do something with what you hear. Apply it to your life. It's not about how good it is. It's about what you do with it and how you change, evolve, and grow. Always remember, it's yours and it's got your name on it, your destiny, your life, your purpose. Be strong and immovable. Remain focused and grounded, rooted and committed to your dream. And as you do, I'll see you at the top. Because really, you don't have any place else to go. There's nothing else more important. It's you, and it's up to you to fulfill your God-ordained destiny, because you are the one it's given to. You're the one that has to make it happen. Now here's some more excerpts from Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Before success comes in any man's life, he is sure to meet with temporary defeat and perhaps some failure. When defeat overtakes a man, the easiest, most logical thing to do is to quit. That is exactly what the majority of men and women do. More than 500 of the most successful men in this century has ever known told the author their greatest success came just one step beyond the point at which defeat had overtaken them. Failure is a trickster with a keen sense of irony and cunning. It takes great delight in tripping one when success is almost within reach. Now, here's a little ditty I love to share. If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you won't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you've lost. For out in the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. If you think you've got to think high to rise, you've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. He believes in himself, and he's willing to do what it takes to achieve what lies ahead. Now I'm going to share some things out of the book, The Science of Getting Rich, and this chapter is chapter 7, Gratitude. The illustration given in this last chapter will have conveyed to the reader the fact that the first step towards getting rich is to convey the idea your wants to the formless substance, which is God, the formless substance. It is true, and you will see in order to do so, it becomes necessary to relate yourself to the formless intelligence in a harmonious way. To ensure this harmonious relation is a matter of such primary vital importance that I shall give some space to the discussion here and give you instructions, which if you follow them will be certain to bring you into perfect unity of mind with God. The whole process of mental adjustment and atonement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. You got to be grateful and thankful and acknowledge that to God. First, you believe there is one intelligent substance from which all things proceed. Second, you believe that this substance gives you everything you desire. And third, you relate yourself to it by feeling of deep and profound gratitude. Many people who order their lives rightly in other ways are kept in poverty, and poverty is a state of mind. And it manifests if you're not taking the steps that I share with how to overcome it. Are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude, which, having received one gift from God, they cut the wires which connect them with Him by failing to make acknowledgement. It is easy to understand that the nearer we live to the source of wealth, the more wealth we shall receive, and it's easy also to understand that the soul is always grateful, lives in closer touch with God than the one which never looks to Him in thankful acknowledgement. See, you got to be acknowledging different things that's happening in your life. You got to love it. Love Him and acknowledge it. Then God is more than happy to bless you, but you got to be a blessing, and you got to appreciate what you have. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is a just employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why, you must bear the task. I work for a menial's hire, only to learn dismay, that any wage I ask of life, life would have willingly paid. Now see, this is from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And I'll remind you, if you care to give a love offering to this ministry, contact me at area code 402-813-2339. I'm Elder David Glover, CEO and founder of Majestic Productions. The labor is worthy of his hire. It costs me money to do these DVDs. Also, I'm on radio and to deal with YouTube, so it costs. And if you're blessing this ministry, God will honor and bless you for your support. The labor is worthy of his hire. Never forget that. You're receiving life-changing words. I'll tell you, it is a life-changing word, because I remember years ago, before I got my car, this man was riding the bus, and he was always drunk. Wife kicked him out of his house 4 years ago. She got fed up with his attitude, being drunk, dealing with things in a disrespectful way due to alcohol. Well, on the bus, he was belligerent, so on and so forth. And I told him, I said, man, you don't care about nothing. You don't care about anything, your family, and nothing. All you care about is drinking. You don't give a doggone about God or anything. Well, I didn't see him for a while. Then I saw him a few weeks later, and he was sober. I said, man, what happened? What? You're not drinking? He said, man, I quit drinking. I watch your broadcasts every Sunday. It helped me stop drinking. I don't drink anymore. I got work to do. I've got a business to run, and I'm a detailer, and I am a mechanic. And I can't do it drinking. And I watch your broadcasts every Sunday. I was overwhelmed because the mantle on my life is captivating. If I watch my broadcasts, I get captivated. It enabled him to come out of drinking, but he wanted to quit, and he did. He didn't have to do anything to help him. He started listening, receiving, and his mind opened to change. See, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect change, that's insanity, because you got to change your thinking in order to change your mindset and take care of your responsibilities. Now, if you'd like to connect with me for speaking engagements, reentry programs, men or women coming back to society from incarceration, at-risk students, ministry gifts, churches, public service announcements, whatever you'd like to do, contact me. I'm more than happy to set an arrangement with you, to get in touch with you. Labor is worthy of his hire. And I've been doing this since 2004. So that's altogether 20 years of ministry. First was ministry in the church as an elder. Then in 2004, it went viral on television, and it's really gone viral on YouTube and on 1690 AM The One. So it's internet broadcasting, ministerial assignments that are given for purpose and destiny. But see, you got to love yourself. You got to respect yourself. You got to honor yourself. You got to know yourself. You got to know where you're going. And you got to cut loose stinking, thinking, knucklehead people, even in your family, that don't work towards destiny, walk in it, criticizing you. Many of them got critical spirits. They're always complaining about something, never willing to do anything. They have low self-esteem. They don't love themselves. You got to love you, to respect you, honor you, dress appropriately. You can go up to Gordman's. You can go up to Marshall's. Exclusive colognes, reasonably priced. I ended up my birthday, I got about 6 bottles. Very reasonably priced, top of the line. I always want to smell good. I always want to look good. My pants, I'll starch them. Jeans or khaki white pants, I'm getting them starched. I'm going to press them. I hem my pants if the hem comes out. I'm willing to take care of my responsibility for me. A lot of people say, man, you're always sharp. You're always dressing sharp. I say, number one, I represent Jesus Christ and David Glover. And if I don't take care of me, nobody else is. God helps me because I take care of me, honor me, respect me, and he blesses me exceeding and abundantly above all that I could ask or think. But I am a blessing to humanity, and I'm always willing to reach out to like-minded people that are willing to do what I'm saying for their lives to be enriched, enhanced, and to be abundantly blessed. You want to be blessed exceeding and abundantly above all that you can ask or think. And now, stay tuned to Cox Cable, Channel 22. You can catch me on YouTube. You go to Google, Omaha Majestic Productions, YouTube.com, and number one, because that's the way the opportunity comes on Google, and there's about 6 or 7 broadcasts that run back-to-back 28 minutes. All of them are divinely inspired, anointed. The titles are powerfully anointed because one is get the clutter out of your house. mindset. Exterminate all waste. Everything is waste. Exterminate. Like the exterminator comes in, sprays for bed bugs or roaches or whatever. It kills them. You want to get things out of your life, kill it, get it away. God wants to take it out, but you got to be willing to let it go and move on. Remove what he wants to get rid of so he can give you more. Because he is the one you can't outdo him blessings. He wants to bless you exceeding and abundantly above all you ask or think so you can give to those he would deal with you to give to. You've got to love yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself, treat yourself right, dress the best. Now, I go to thrift stores, I find exclusive. Got this suede jacket at Thrift World, $9. I'm not advertising it, but I've got them because, number one, they were reasonably priced, exclusive clothes. God wants to move in your regal dress if you like to. He wants to move in your abundant cooking. He wants to move in everything you do on a grand scale. So he's God. He's not a small God. He's a great big God, Father of the universe. But you got to look at what you want to do, how you're going to do it, believe it, receive it, express it, speak to your situation, prophesy over yourself. Speak affirmations over yourself. King David affirmed himself. That's why he was so dynamic. But he loved God. He honored God. He repented as soon as he found out he did something wasn't pleasing to God. That's why God called him a man after his own heart. You got to know who you are, where you're going, love yourself, respect yourself, be dedicated, focused, purposeful, and never give up, never quit, never give out. Sure, you'll go through disadvantages, you'll go through challenges, you'll go through changes, you'll go through hard times, but you've got to know who you are, where you're going, love yourself, love your fellow man, give unconditional love. Don't think that you're all that in the bag of chips. You're not. Jesus is all that in the bag of chips because he died for all mankind. But you got to be willing to do what's important, to do what you've got to do for you to come into the purpose and destiny that God's ordained you for. But see, when you respect yourself, honor yourself, and appreciate yourself, that spins over into being a people person, to loving your fellow man, reaching out to human beings, never giving up, never quitting, never giving in. You got to be all that you're ordained to be. And remember, you're somewhere in the future, and you look much better than you look right now. You're somewhere in the future, and you look much better than you look right now. See, I love doing these motivational messages. I'm passionate for it, and whenever you find your niche, you'll love doing it. You don't get tired doing it. You're passionate for it, and it's all going to come out in an anointing. See, you can have 4, 5, 6, 7 anointings on you, but it depends on how you serve God and what he sees fit to give you. That way, you can be used for ministerial assignments all the time. I love going out in the marketplace. I'll minister to people at the health spa. I'll encourage them in their workout. I'll speak blessings upon people. But that's my nature. I'm a vessel of honor, meet for the master's use. I'm a servant. I have a servant's heart. Service is your rent to occupy space on the planet. So if you're serving people, you're paying rent to stay here. And you're showing God how much you love him by walking in unconditional love. Because he first loved you before you even knew about him. But you got to be a man or woman of integrity, character. You got to love you. You got to respect you. Honor yourself. You got to worship God. But you got to invest into you. Get bank accounts. You can get Edward Jones' account. That'll be residual and passive income coming for you. Invest into your future. You take care of what you got to. God will take care of you. He loves you unconditionally, but you got to love yourself enough to do what you've got to do then God will do what he has to do. Now, you can't do what he can do, but he will do for you what you can't do. But you got to trust him. You got to honor him. You got to love him. You got to appreciate him. And you got to be all that he's ordained for you to be. The scripture says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lead not unto your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him. He will direct your path. He'll take you where you couldn't go by yourself. But you've got to love you, respect you, honor you, appreciate you, connect with like-minded people that the law of attraction attracts them to you. They'll help you, they'll work with you, but now they have insight they can give you to help you be better, and you've got insight to help them to where they can be better. But you're creating your own universe because you're connecting with people that you're going to fellowship with until God moves them and puts someone else in your life, or moves you and puts you in someone else's life. But you've got to know what your destiny is. And like I've said before, I am open to a like-minded woman that she's going to be of a different culture. She might be Irish, Danish, Swedish, Norwegian. She might be Russian. She might be German. She might be French. She might be Italian. But she's not going to be a drama queen. She's going to understand who she is. She'll be self-active. She'll love to serve. She might even have helps ministry like feeding the homeless. But her heart is open to the things of God. We'll love one another. We'll appreciate one another. She'll love to seduce me. I'll love to seduce her. I'll be appreciative of her. I'll enjoy what she does. She'll enjoy what I do. But see, that's like-minded. You appreciate, honor one another. You speak into one another's lives. You are like-minded. You appreciate and honor and respect one another, because then your relationship will excel. Your marriage will be blessed. There'll be differences of opinion you have, but you come into agreement. You won't put one another down. You'll put one another up. You look at going up. You look at going into destiny. It's like the Matrix trilogy. All were working together for purpose, destiny, protocol, and for life. They were pursuing their destiny. Well, my time is